There is a word in India which many of you may not be familiar with. It's called hijra. And I'm going to ask Lakshmi to explain what this word is, because at some point, Lakshmi, born male, which she says was only a technical detail and irrelevant to who she is today, at some point consciously decides to become or embrace the identity of a hijra.
No, my journey of my sexuality has been really discovering, you know.
Evolving.
First people said I was gay, so I thought the gays could not accept me. Then I thought I was a drag queen, but I didn't enjoy partying and having sex or anything. I don't blame that. I'm not tagging.
You do enjoy having sex.
I have a husband now.
I know, we're coming to that.
So I make love. Sex is according to you.
Why me?
Yeah.
It was a word you used. But your journey is...
my journey. From there, but I saw this culture, and when I was myself scared with the hijras there, neither man nor woman, but enjoy the femininity of the world, you know, and femininity, and in our community, it is with male and female, both can join.
Explain for this audience, what is a hijra?
Hijras are neither man nor woman, but we enjoy the femininity of the world. And if it goes, you know, technical ways, transgender is the umbrella term, and we are the oldest ethnic transgender community, which we have our own culture, our own family setup, our own way of functioning, and we are, religiously, we are known as divine, demigods. We have the power to curse, we have power to bless, and yeah, I use it at times, you know, the powers, when I wanted to curse at the officials, but of course now people are good.
And yet, while there is a demigod status to hijras, you're also reviled by mainstream society.
Of course, yes, of course.
You're kept at the margins of it.
Yeah, it is because of the colonization, where the colonization became very, very beautifully how the British, you know, sidelined our community with the Tribals Act, where one hijra from one district to another needed a collector's permission. Section 377 was brought in. The first convicts were the hijra people, property rights.
So you're saying traditionally there wasn't this kind of marginalization of the hijra community, but it happened because of the colonization of India.
Because the British ripped everything away. Our property, our money, our land, our houses, everything was taken away. And then the hijras were only left to beg or sell their body or to do the traditional blessing work, and that only helped.
Weddings and funerals.
Not funerals.
Weddings
and childbirth.
Traffic lights.
Yeah,
we see them
so
begging.
that is begging.